just between me and you, I might just have been asking, if you were single and interested. And he's like, well, Amy, if I do happen to be single and interested, what are you going to do about it? So Sienna's like, well, I might just do something like this. Hi everyone, it's Ketchy, aka OBiGem. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell to be notified of all future videos. And if you like what you see, please do hit the like button so I know to keep making content like this. So we're back with another episode of Not So Berry, and we are here with Sienna. She's eating a breakfast. She looks like a little kid at this table because I have like a mod in my game where all the teenagers automatically generate slightly shorter than the young adults. So sometimes they're like animation mismatches, so this table probably wouldn't look so weird with her sitting at it if she was regular young adult height, but she's a little bit shorter, so she's slightly glitching through and she looks like a little kid at the big kids table, but it's okay, we're gonna forgive it. So I'm gonna let her eat her breakfast. She's actually gonna be taking a sick day from school today. As you can see, she's sick. She has like all the symptoms, so I'm gonna have her go to the clinic and get like a flu shot. She has a stumpy flu, so she can get that taken care of. She also got like really bad acne, and she wants to be in good shape for later today because she is planning on asking Andre to go out with her and Candace, and she's gonna invite her little brother Robin to come along too, just because Robin's been calling like quite frequently to hang out and we've been busy. So we're gonna actually have her do that today. So I did play a little bit off screen. I wanted to kind of make some moves on more of that first kisses, but honestly, I kept on like running into weird issues where the people that she was trying to like get kisses from were just like not having it. We would get to a point where things were like cool, and then it'd be all like, oh, this person starts rejecting her advances, and it was so annoying. So I think she's like, look, I got enough practice and I don't really want to push it with people I'm not really that into, so I'm actually going to start making moves on Andre. So she actually did go over to Andre's loft to hang. She asked him if she could come over and just like, talk and hang out and talk their internship, and things got a little bit hot and heavy and steamy. We actually got right before the first kiss. We had the option, but I'm like, no, I want to save this for on camera. But it was funny because I went back into Andre's household to kind of like set some things up, and Andre had a bad case of blue balls from them not, going the 9 yards for where they were headed. So I'm gonna probably have them go ahead and seal the deal tonight as far as the kiss, and that'll actually finally take care of this last first kiss we need for the second stage of the serial romantic. So I'm gonna go ahead girl, go ahead, use the toilet. In the interim, she's been doing really well in her political internship. I think I said last episode she got that promotion, which is really good. And so since she's been, she's good in school and all that stuff. And if we check the calendar, Sienna actually has just a couple days left until she ages up into a young adult. But she honestly wants to go to uni. I know I mentioned uni there a couple times as far as her moving to San Myshuno and going to uni, but she's actually making a move on that, and she started working on her application stuff for that. So everything's on track for her, and she's just really excited. Another thing she has on her plate, because we've got a couple things in the calendar, is this Saturday she is going to prom. So she's been planning the event for a while. Her classmates are like, Sienna, you have it so much together, would you mind planning the prom? And so she's like, sure, why not? So she's been planning the prom. She picked the venue. Of course, she wanted it to be in San Myshuno because that's where she's headed. But honestly, like, she didn't really put that much thought into like her going to prom until she got a phone call from Julian. Julian's been calling her a lot to hang out and whatnot because, Julian's still in love with her. And so he's all like, remember we mentioned going to prom together? And Sienna says like, I mean, that was when we were dating. And he's like, I know, but like, I don't have a date, and, if you don't have a date, would you want to go with me? And Sienna's like, well, I mean, I haven't really been thinking about dating anybody since, I've been trying to kind of just, like, date around and feel, like, more of a spark with as many people as I can. So I really don't have a date, so I guess we can go together. And so Julian's obviously excited about that, but Sienna's really just has her mind right now on getting Andre to see her as a woman. When she was at his loft the last time, when things got hot and heavy, things really did kind of spark. She is so sick. Things really did kind of spark because, you know, he was all like, Sienna, you look so different, because, you know, she upgraded her look last episode, and part of her deciding to upgrade her look was so that Andre would start to see her as like a real woman. He thought she was a little kid before, and so she's like, oh my gosh, it's working. So he's like, you look so different, and I guess that really kind of turned him on, and like now she's all like, now all I have to do is seal the deal. So we're gonna let her do that. I'm gonna have her go ahead and finish her morning stuff so she can go to the clinic. That way she's ready to go out to the club with Andre, Candace, and Robin tonight. So I will see you guys then. Oh no. Cute little red velvet. She's aging up. Let's see her age up. She's not a puppy anymore. I feel like she just was a puppy. She's aging up. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot. That's what happens when you catch a mid-jump. Red Velvet has grown from a puppy to an adult dog. She can now swim, climb stairs, go for walks, and start learning tricks. If not spayed, she can now mate with other dogs. We're probably going to spay her. You know what? I might not spay Red Velvet, but I do want to spay Red Bell because, you know, we don't have room for puppies right now. But Red Velvet's an adult dog now. Let's see what she looks like. So, just for reference, Red Bell is a Dorky, and Blue Bunny, the father of both Red Bell and Cupid, is a Siberian Husky. So they're mixes. It's like, what's its Dorky? It's a Yorkie. What's the D for? Dachshund? I'll have to look that up. But they're mixed with those three dogs. So let's see. So she's a big dog. Oh my gosh, because the Siberian Husky in her means she's a big dog. Oh, we don't have room for big dog. Oh, but she's so pretty. She's beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love her. Look at her. Look at how big she is. She's beautiful. We're going to have to give Red Velvet some accessories and a collar. She's cute, but yeah. Miss Sienna did go to her appointment. She actually has strep. So, and Robin came over. So, which is perfect because we're going out to the club together. But she made some sushi. She got some of her strep. She's like, look, I'm not feeling the best. They told me that, she probably gave whatever she got to Robin. But now I'm thinking about it, Robin's always sick. So Robin probably came in with this sickness. I'm not blaming her for that. But anyway, she's like, look, I may not be 100%, but I really want to go out with Andre. This is like our first like real thing. So I can't mess that up. So she's still gonna go. She's like, I might have strep, I might have this dumpy flu, and I might have acne, but ain't nothing stopping me now. Concealer can cover everything else up, and I can fake it till I make it. I'm getting this date with Andre tonight. I am sinking my claws in that man. So the crew is all here. They are at the Omega nightclub in San Myshuno. Of course, Sienna wanted to pick this place because it's nearby Andre, and she definitely wanted to make sure that Andre had no excuse not to show up. They were actually pretty early. Something happened in my game where for some reason like everybody just like stopped moving. I'm thinking it was probably an eco lifestyle glitch because I had voted in the neighborhood that Sienna's in now, like on Friday in game, for modern development to go into action, and while I was getting them all situated to go out that night, modern development went into effect, and so the outside of the apartment changed, and I think that must have glitched all the Sims on that lot, because after that nobody was moving, nobody would do any of the actions I queued for them. I thought I was getting an LE, but the LE never came up, so I'm thinking it was just like a game glitch that wasn't a last exception, so I don't know. I had to back out of the household and go to Manage Worlds and then go back into the house, and like when I was there when everything was glitched, it was 7 o'clock in game, but then when I went back into the game, into the house after I What to Manage Worlds, it had reset back an hour, so now it's 6 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. I don't know why. It's whatever. So they're here kind of early, but it's okay because today's a school night, so it kind of, I guess, makes sense for them to not. Like, this gives us a little bit more time for them to do stuff before they all have to go home. I mean, obviously, Andre's not in high school, but the rest of them are. So let's get this show on the road. Oh, and actually, so Robin actually has a crush on Candace, so he's all flirty because he thinks, obviously, like, Sienna's impressed by Candace, so, like, she's, like, really glad that Candace is her roommate because she thinks Candace is the coolest, but, like, Robin thinks Candace is hot. So probably gonna give them an opportunity to flirt with each other because Robin is just smitten. And can we just appreciate, I know I said this before when Robin was, like, a toddler and a kid, but is he not? To me, he's Nora's twin in the face. He has Nora's face. They look so much alike. And of course, you know, I always say that Sienna has Glade's face, but, like, they are their father and their mother's kids to a T. Like, they spit out clones of themselves. I love to see it. But anyway, let's get this show on the road. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. So, of course, Sienna went and gave Andre a big ol' hug. She is dressed to kill, but she's like, look, I'm not pulling any punches here. I'm gonna walk away with what I want tonight. So she is hugging Andre. She's like, I'm glad you can make it out. He's like, of course, I was hoping we could continue where we left off the last time we were at my loft. And she's like, we were thinking the same thing. Andre is just completely eating up all of Sienna's flirting, and she's like, this is going so well. Like, why don't you head inside, Andre, and get us a drink? Because, like, I really want to keep the conversation going and the party going tonight. He's like, yeah, of course. Let me go in and get us all some drinks. So this is the inside of the Omega nightclub, and this is, like, I'm not gonna lie, this is amazing. Like, just like the color scheme, I wish I could make something like this. But if you guys want the gallery deets for this club, let me know. To me, this is just like the perfect nightclub. Just perfect. But Andre came over here and, oh my gosh, they're sitting together. Do you think I'm attractive? Oh, you know what she's gonna say. She thinks he's very attractive. Please don't lie unless she plays it cool. We'll see if she plays it cool and she doesn't. She's playing it cool. She's like, actually, you know, Andre, you're not as cute as you think you are. Look at her playing hard to get. She learned quite a bit from her practice dates to be like, don't be too needy. Don't act like you're too into them. You have to leave them wanting. But, like, Andre is, like, legit the level of heat that she's looking for. It's like, look, I'm not going to let him think that I want him that badly because then he'll chase me. Because, you know, Sienna loves a good chase. That's why things didn't work out with Julian. Once the chase was over, so was the heat and the intrigue for her. And look at Robin. He's over there glancing across the way at Miss Candace, who she is like the queen of blase. Look at her. She has no idea that Robin is interested in her. We love to see it, but I think he's gonna keep trying. Oh, look! They have the first kiss interaction. Like, I want them to, but at the same time, I want them to dance first, and then we'll let them have the first kiss, because I think that will, like, really, like, do the thing. So let's go ahead, after they drink their drinks, I'm gonna have them all go out onto the dance floor and dance. And then she's gonna go for it. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention, she went out with Darling. Darling keeps calling for dates, and she went out with Darling the other day. It didn't go anywhere because when I thought it was going well, and she tried to go and do, like, I think she tried to do, like, I don't even think she tried for the kiss. I think I was just ramping up their romance, and she started, like, the romance interaction started to fail, and then I found out that Darling's unflirty, so that's probably the reason why. So I was like, forget this. I am not working this hard for a sim she's not really that into. So, no thanks, Darling. Call us some other time. Oh my gosh, look at our baby Sienna. She is dancing it up with her man of interest, Andre. Oh my gosh. They are so cute. We love them. I don't know what's going on. What's going on, girl? I think, her sicknesses are starting to get to her. She need to throw up? No, she just needs to use the bathroom. Oh, my poor baby. She's so sick. She decided to, vomit in the toilet real fast while she was in there. She's like, you can make it through. You're almost at, where you need to go with Andre. We just need to seal the deal with a kiss. I'm going to actually have her brush her teeth too, because that's kind of gross that she threw up. But go ahead, brush your teeth, baby girl, and then head on up back to the dance floor and get your man. Sienna finally got out of the bathroom and freshening up, and she was looking around for Andre. He had stepped outside, and she's like, oh, I thought you left. He's like, of course not. He's like, are you okay? You were in the bathroom quite a while. And she's like, yeah, of course. So I'm gonna actually queue up some romantic interactions, because she's like, okay, I'm freshened up, and I'm ready to start sealing the deal here. So Sienna's all like, so I know when we talked last at your loft, I asked you if you were seeing anybody, and he's all like, yeah, and she's like, well, I mean, you said you were single then, are you still single? And Andre's like, well, I mean, I'm not seeing anybody right now, like, who's asking? And she's like, I was just wondering, I'm not seeing anybody either. And Andre's all like, are you assuming that I'm asking? And she's like, I mean, I don't know, are you? He's like, I don't know, what do you think? So Andre's playing pretty coy with her right now. And she's all like, I have to get back into the cut so that things can stay romantic, because I want him to kiss me tonight. So Sienna's like, just between me and you, I might just have been asking, if you were single and interested. And he's like, well, I mean, if I do happen to be single and interested, what are you going to do about it? So Sienna's like, well, I might just do something like this. So then she goes in for the kiss, and she got her first kiss from Andre, and he seemed to have really liked that. She seemed to have liked it too, but he's all like, wow. And so Andre is actually really, really feeling her. So he's all like, that was like some kiss there, Sienna. I was thinking, since things have kind of heated up between you and I, maybe we should, head back to my loft and keep this party going. How would you like that? Oh my gosh. And she's all like, I mean, I'm not like completely opposed. Well, her mouth is very wild, but what's she doing? Is she tired? She's all like, I'm not opposed to that, but at the same time, I normally don't go back to guys' lofts who I'm not dating exclusively. And so he's all like, so you want to date exclusively? And she's like, I just might. And he's all like, well, I mean, I don't remember you asking to be exclusive. So Sienna's all like, I guess he wants me to do the asking. And like, from her perspective, she definitely would have preferred for it to be another Julian moment where he was like all on his knees begging her to be his girlfriend. Like, she's like thinking that in her back of her mind, like, why isn't he begging me to be his girlfriend? But then at the same time, she's thinking, well, Andre's an older guy, so he's not going to be like Julian, pretty much groveling for me as much as I would like that. So maybe this is just like what mature guys are like. They don't, they're not the ones who are so much taking the initiative begging girls to be their girlfriends. So she's like, whatever, I just want him, like, I don't want to leave tonight without him being my boyfriend. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna have Sienna, oh shoot, even though her girlfriend right here, she is feeling like, yeah, I definitely would have wanted to go back to your loft, but like, I'm not that kind of girl. I don't want to go back and have my first woohoo with somebody I'm not in a relationship with. So she's gonna go ahead and she's gonna ask him to be her boyfriend. So I know what you guys are thinking. I said that we weren't gonna go to Andre's loft with him, but it turned out that something was going on at that nightclub that was bugging everything out. And I'm like, look, I don't have time for this. Let's try a different location to finish the night. So she went back with him to his place. She's not going to sleep with him, but she is going to try and seal the deal as far as the boyfriend-girlfriend thing. So she's like, you know what, let's do a nightcap at your place. She sent Candace home. Robin actually was feeling really sick, so he went home early, unfortunately, but it's just the two of them now. So she's like, let's get this party started. I got my kiss. Now I want my relationship. So now they are on the couch and they are like really making out. Don't mind how that's not really lining up. That she's slightly shorter, so don't be mad. But things are really getting hot and heavy. She's like, okay, this is on the right track. Make me your girlfriend, Andre. It's time. Ooh, and now she's giving him a massage. She is, like, for real buttering up. She learned that from that whole darling debacle that's like, give him a massage and they'll stay with you. I don't know, guys. Like, Andre is like a hard nut to crack. He's like into her and whatnot, but it's really tough. This is like, I don't think I've ever spent this long trying to get somebody, like, two people to, like, date each other. Like, as he's being receptive, but he's also playing hard to get. But she's like, I'm not leaving here until I'm your girlfriend. So, let's get the show on the road. I feel like the biggest roadblock for why this is being so immensely difficult, which is actually, you'll see, fits into the story quite nicely, but it's their first sentiments of each other. Sienna's first sentiment of Andre is that he's reasonable. Andre's sentiment of Sienna is that it's an anti-crush, and I feel like that has a lot to do with Andre thinking that Sienna seemed very immature and young when he met her, and he was like, I don't really want to get involved with that because, she's still in high school, and even though she says that she's about to graduate, she just seems really young, and she just wasn't really his cup of tea. But since her makeover, things have kind of heated up between them, and like, he's considering it, but I think he still has it in the back of his mind that, like, she's still in high school, maybe we shouldn't, maybe this is a bad idea, which, is reasonable. She is still in high school, and Andre, he's not super older than her. He, is at the very beginning stage of his young adult life, so he's like 20, and she's like about to turn 18, so it's like, it's iffy, but Sienna wants what she wants in this situation, so we're just gonna let her have it. Oh my gosh. So I guess Sienna must have pressed the issue, like, Andre, like, I know I came back here to your place with you, but honestly, like, I'm not going to jump into bed with you unless you and I are dating. And I guess Andre decided to have a relationship talk with. He's like, Sienna, you're like incredibly beautiful. Like, I'm really attracted to you and whatnot, but you're also still in high school, and I just don't know if that's like a good idea for us to be doing anything. And so Sienna just seems a little bit devastated. She's trying to play it cool and seem understanding. Like, I get that, but I just feel like there's so much chemistry here. Like, maybe we, would you reconsider? And Andre's like, look, anything's possible. I just think right now, like, it's not a good idea. So, of course, Sienna decided to go in and kiss him and try and change his mind. He's like, look, okay, like, this animation is just, like, stuck. Come on. he's like, look, I like kissing you. You're really cute and whatnot. You're beautiful. But, like, for right now, I think it's a good idea for us to just kind of, like, cool things down. Where is she going? I think she's going to the hot tub. Where's she at? But I think, like, no. Don't do that. Go home. Like, Andre essentially told her, like, look, it's late. You have school in the morning. I have work, and then the internship tomorrow. So, we'll talk about this, when we see each other again. But, like, I think you should go. It was a good night. But, like, for right now, I think that it's not a good idea for us to date. So, Sienna's a lot disappointed. She didn't get all the things she wanted tonight. She wanted a kiss, and she wanted Andre as her boyfriend, and she didn't get either of those things. So she's gonna go home, and she's like, look, I'm still in this. He told me that I was beautiful, so that means that, there's still a chance. And I know he wants to, like, probably wait for me to graduate from high school, but I want what I want now. That's just, like, her passionate nature is cropping up and, like, making her feel like I don't want to have to wait for the things that I want. If I want something now, I want it now. So we'll see how that works out. How do you guys think that date with Andre went? And do you agree with Andre that they shouldn't be dating right now, that they should wait till Sienna graduates from high school and is a young adult? Or, like, do you agree with Sienna that she should just go after what she wants right now? Like, I know it's iffy. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. But as always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, stay dazzled. I will see you in the next one. Bye.